In the medical management of sexual violence, a healthcare provider needs to know the following: considerations for obtaining informed consent from survivors, history taking and examination of adults and children, conducting head-to-toe physical examination of a survivor, evidence collection and its preservations, and documentations of protocols. Considerations for obtaining informed consent from adult survivors. It is important to note that survivors must be given a chance to make their own decision before being asked to participate in any form of examination. Survivors must be given full information and allowed to make an indication of their understanding through signing, failure of which would jeopardize the veracity of the evidence collected. It is crucial that a survivor is given sufficient information to make informed decisions.
Now, I'll ask you some questions which are personal and you don't need to be shy. I can see from this card you are 28 years, so that means you can give us a legal consent for us to continue with the management, which I'll take some history from you. You'll tell me if you consent to that, what happened. Then I'll do some examination on you, and thereafter I'll take some samples, which is blood and urine, for the laboratory to investigate and so that we can manage you well. So I'll give you our consent form here, and the consent form reads: I, that means you, authorize the above named health facility to perform the following. And what we do is we do a history. That means you explain to us in details what happened. Then we do a physical examination, which may include some of your private parts, because as you have said, you are raped. And then we may get some samples, which may include your clothes, your blood, your urine. We can do some brushing of the pubic hair for the pathologist to investigate. And then, in case there is need for us to give evidence, maybe in a court of law, then we will be ready for that. But you have to give us permission to do all those things. So you write your name here. You'll tick yes where you. This is on a medical examination, including a pelvic examination, and pelvic examination is examination on your private parts. Then the second is on collection of evidence such as body fluids, which can be blood or urine, collection of clothing, hair combings, scrapings and cutting of your fingernails, some blood samples, and because I can see that you have been injured in the face, then we may need to take some photographs for you as you are today, so that they can help us as evidence.
Examining a person without their consent has grave consequences. The results of an examination conducted without consent cannot be used in legal proceedings. It is therefore vital that a consent form is signed or marked by a sexual violence survivor before a full medical examination can start. Key information when seeking consent are: it is essential that informed consent is obtained by ensuring that the survivor fills the consent form or thumbprint if he or she cannot write or is impaired. There is a need to emphasize on shared confidentiality. Examining a survivor without consent could result in a healthcare service provider being charged with offences of assault and trespass of privacy. It is also important to ensure that a patient has a sense of control returned to them when in medical care.